Manchester United fans have had enough. After yet another heavy defeat, this time a painful 3-0 loss to Manchester City, the spotlight has turned firmly onto Ruben Amorim and his stubborn 3-4-3 system. The big question now is simple. Should he ditch the formation that's clearly not delivering results, or stick to his philosophy and risk dragging the team even further down? Before we dive into what fans are saying, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more football reactions, and let me know in the comments. Do you think Amorim should abandon the 3-4-3? Let's start with the cold, hard numbers. Many pointed out that United have just 8 wins in 31 games, including an embarrassing loss to Grimsby. For a club with Manchester United's history, that kind of record is unacceptable. Some fans said bluntly, enough is enough. They've seen enough tears, enough excuses, and they want Amorim out before things get even worse. But others argue that the issue isn't the system itself, it's the players. One opinion was that Manchester United have carried average players like Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw for years, yet the blame always falls on the manager. Another person reminded everyone that the exact same 3-4-3 setup worked for Sporting when they beat Manchester City in Europe. The difference? Sporting had technically disciplined players who understood the system. United's current squad, by contrast, is too inconsistent and lacks the intelligence to pull it off. There's also a strong belief that Amorim simply isn't adapting. A good manager, some said, tweaks his philosophy to fit the squad at hand. People pointed to Xabi Alonso as an example. When his 3-4-3 didn't work at Madrid, he quickly switched things around and got results. Amorim, however, seems stubborn. He insists his way will eventually work, even though fans feel every Premier League team has already figured out how to exploit the weaknesses. Midfield was another huge talking point. Many feel the heart of United's problems comes from the middle of the pitch. Fans argued that Bruno Fernandes should never be played as a deep midfielder because he simply doesn't track runners. Twice now, he's lost his man in big games, leading to goals. Others said Bruno should have been sold in order to bring in a proper playmaker, someone like Kevin De Bruyne, alongside a younger version of Casemiro. Instead, Bruno is misused, and the forwards like Rasmus, Højlund, or Benjamin Šeško are left starved of service. As one fan put it, Šeško is being hung out to dry, just like Højlund was last season. Of course, not everyone believes Amorim is the only problem. Some fans argue that Manchester United's mentality is broken. The club has forgotten who they are, got used to losing, and no system can fix that without a change in mindset. One supporter even compared it to Paraguay's national team. The same players went from serial failures to World Cup qualifiers, all because a new coach instilled belief and hunger. Still, for many, Amorim's refusal to change tactics feels like arrogance. One person said it's like cutting your foot to fit the shoe instead of finding a shoe that fits. Others warned that this kind of pig-headed stubbornness could drag the team towards relegation. United already survived last season because of points earned under Ten Hag and Van Nistelrooy. And if things don't change soon, fans fear the worst. Then there's the money question. Some pointed out that United spent over £50 million just to bring Amorim in, including paying off Ten Hag, hiring and sacking Dan Ashworth, and compensating Sporting. After all that investment, the club seems reluctant to fire him. As one voice put it, Amorim might actually be begging to be sacked with his stubbornness, knowing he'll walk away with a massive payout. Formation alternatives were flying left and right. Some pushed for a classic 4-4-2, jokingly quoting Mike Bassett, play 4-4- bloody -2. Others suggested 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, or even a 5-3-1. The common thread? United need more midfielders to provide balance, service to the strikers, and proper defensive cover. Fans are tired of watching Bruno shoehorned into roles that don't suit him, Shaw playing at center back, and Maguire still being trusted in big games. And while some defend Amorim by saying managers like Tuchel and Conte succeeded with similar systems, the majority feel the Premier League is too unforgiving for this version of 3-4-3. Teams are too strong, United's squad isn't built for it, and Amorim doesn't have the tactical flexibility to make it work. But a few voices offered a different perspective. They argued that United have improved under Amorim compared to last season. It just doesn't show yet in results. They believe patience is needed, that the stats prove progress, and that with a couple more smart signings, the system could eventually click. To them, the real issue lies deeper in the club's recruitment and structure. After all, several managers with very different styles have all failed at United since Sir Alex Ferguson left. So where does that leave us? The fan base is split. Some believe Amorim's 3-4-3 is a sinking ship and must be abandoned immediately. Others think the players are the real problem, not the system. And a small minority still have faith that with time and the right signings, Amorim can prove everyone wrong. But right now, the overwhelming mood feels like frustration. 8 wins in 31 games, no clear improvement, and a manager who refuses to adapt. For many supporters, the writing is already on the wall. Change the system or change the man. What do you think? Should Amorim ditch his 3-4-3 philosophy and try something new? Or is it the players who need to step up? Drop your thoughts below because this debate isn't ending anytime soon.